Hello, thanks for jumping on my channel. Today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about the mind-body connection during intimate experience and how, as a woman, what you are thinking really sets the tone for the entire experience. And it's not just the experience you're having during the event, but the experience that you're having 24 hours a day throughout your entire walking, waking, and sleeping life. Where are you setting the tone for the matrix that you are creating around your life and your relationship? So let's get into it. I've started a few notes here so that I can keep my flow cohesive, and I started with the concept that life, and this is simple, but life is truly what you make of it. And so much of the time, people have resistance or limiting beliefs or blocks around things in their lives that they're not really aware are there. And it's just a matter of patterns and habit forming and repeating thought forms that you don't necessarily know you're doing. And so if there's not awareness there, you're not going to be able to make a change or break it. So the idea for this video is really to help bring awareness to where it is that you find yourself and see if my teachings can help you to expand and elevate your experiences to a new level. So my question to you is, what if you could reset your body, mind, and spirit through orgasm? What if you do every time reset your body, mind, and spirit through orgasm? So if you think of like a computer needing to do a reset, well, when you reset something, it kind of wipes it and starts fresh. And so when you're resetting your own body, mind, spirit relationship, maybe your mental state, the idea is then you get to program it how you want. So where are you directing that programming is a really important question. I have been asking women in my life, because this topic is dear to my heart, and so are the women in my life. I care a lot about, people in my world and how happy and successful their lives can be, because we all touch each other. So this work really affects everyone that you're going to come in contact with, and where your personal vibration is going to lie, your personal satisfaction with your own life. So I've been asking women, where is your mind during this experience? Like, what are you thinking about when you're in the bedroom? And if you are one of the people I've asked this question to and you think I'm talking about you, I am actually talking about, I'm getting a consistent response from the women in my life, and it's kind of amazing how consistent this is. Almost everyone I'm talking to says they're thinking about imperfections of their body. The women, I think we as women are so programmed to scrutinize our bodies from the diet cultures that we grew up in and the fashion industry and whatever else. We all know that women and men have a lot of challenges around body image in the way that our culture operates. But I was surprised how many times women would say to me, I'm not feeling good in my body, and I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about that I've gained weight, or I'm thinking about some feature that I don't like, that doesn't look good, and that he probably is noticing and is responding to, and that's why we're not connecting. And I hear this from women who I think are, like, to me, look flawless, like women who are way thinner than me and way maybe younger, have markings of beauty that the rest of us all think, oh, that person's so beautiful. So that's part of the reason it's been surprising. And so this leads me into, girl, your body is hearing you. Your body is hearing you say these things about her. And that is making her sad. Your body's working so hard to do everything to support your life and make sure you get enough energy, enough sleep. Your body is working to love you, to filter all the toxins you might add to your life, to help you wake up day after day and live your life. And she's feeling badly when you tell her there's all these problems with her, when that's what you're really focused on are like a few little minor changes, if you would gain a few pounds or something. So, okay, my notes here after, like, that your body is listening. Your body's listening to this stuff. And really, these comments are coming from wounding, from something somebody told you at one point about yourself, that you weren't good enough or that something needed to be improved. And that wounding, we all get protective when we have wounding, so it's natural to kind of say, okay, I don't want to allow this wounding to happen again, so I'm going to do what I can to protect myself and make sure it doesn't happen. But as you're spending so much focus on the wounding, it's really perpetuating the wounding and continuing those thought patterns and cycles so that you don't actually pull out of that sort of almost self-loathing or negative self-talk and move into celebrating your body and all of its glory, celebrating all that it can provide and the expansion of love and connection that you're here to experience in it. So if you cannot trust her, if you cannot trust your body to make you feel good, feel alive, feel like the most aliveness you've ever felt, feel the height of human living, feel complete, feel fullness, go deeper, expand into further realms of joy and love and connection and pleasure, she's going to shut you off. And that's the sad truth, is that she's got to protect herself from your negativity. Really, it's like she can't continue to sit there feeling like she's a failure. She can't continue to sit there feeling that everything she does, it's never good enough for you. And that's sort of how the body is responding to this subconscious negativity that, again, it's coming from wounding. And this is inner work we as women are all doing on a regular basis. And it's something I work with my kids, my girls, to do as well, because of, again, the messages that a lot of us get from the society we're in. But you have total control, like filtering those messages, especially as an adult, working through that inner childhood wounding and moving into a place where you're fully in control of the matrix. Again, that mental and emotional state around your being and your life to direct it to the places that you'd like it to go. So the truth is, your body trusts you. Your body believes you. If you're telling your body, hey, that's a burning building, don't go in there, you're gonna die, your body will be like, yes, thank you, I'm not gonna go into that burning building because I'm gonna die. Your body relies on your logic and your instruction. If your body's, listening to you say, that woman over there is a threat and she's not to be trusted, you're not going to become friends with her. Your body is going to follow. If you say, oh, I really, really want to eat this cake right now, it looks so delicious, then you're just going to put it in your mouth. Your body's going to manage it for you. Your body trusts you. And so if you are constantly telling her she's not good enough, then she believes it. And she's going to shut down those things that aren't living up to your standards. The question is, do you trust her? Do you trust your body, to bring you to higher levels of elation, to bring you into ecstasy, to connect you into divine flow, to bring you into a heightened God-like consciousness where you are achieving states of joy to the highest level that human beings can be here and achieve these states. So part of what I've written in my notes here was that the rise in no strings attached style intimate relationships from our generation, based on the availability of that kind of a lifestyle due to reliable birth control being invented, has really changed the way a lot of our concepts around sexual relationships are, and a lot of like the rules we think of in terms of relationships. And I think a lot of this kind of shift, this is a huge evolutionary shift that we're all going through that has never happened before for humanity. And that is shifting so much and creating such confusion and chaos within, male-female interactions that I think it's really easy for people to get stuck in loops of mental, confusion or like lower emotional reactions, kind of depressing thoughts, shameful thoughts, thinking that you're not good enough, that kind of thinking. I think it's stemming from some of this toxicity that has come out of this no strings attached relationship style. And it feels really freeing and easy compared to a lot of the rules of the past and structure around like women's sexuality and things. And that freeness and that apathy sort of towards structure and commitment in relationship, I think is leading people into this feeling of maybe worthlessness or questioning their value, because sometimes those sexual interactions are really not spiritually connected in any way, and that could be siphoning energy from the collective experience just on a subconscious level. So that's something to be really aware of, that we are working through unprecedented times, and along with it is sort of a dissolution of gender norms that were pretty established in our society, and a global consciousness that the internet has allowed for, which is introducing different cultures to each other in different ways to expand people's thoughts in general around these topics. So as the messaging is going to get louder, bigger, broader, it's going to become so much more important to really tune in to where emotionally is my patterning. Like, am I stuck in a depressed state of feeling like I'm not good enough, or I'm not beautiful, or I'm not sexy? Am I stuck in a shame loop where something I was taught about sexuality as a child is holding me kind of prisoner, like it's a trapping that I'm stuck in that may not really even be true, or it is a truth in a certain situation or circumstance, but I've outgrown that and it doesn't apply now. It's really, I think, important to look at where your subconscious patterning came from in order to do that inner work to try to make that shift. Because thinking about how you're not feeling good in your body is the fastest way to completely stop a sexual connection. And I know, because I have been there. I have done that. I came out of having 3 babies in 4 years and gaining so much weight and having so much scar tissue from my surgeries. And my body, I didn't recognize it at all. It started to really complain and go through challenges of, like, I started to develop arthritis in my hips, and I started to lose so much strength. I guess I lost strength during all those surgeries and during all those births, and learning slowly the ways to activate that tissue again and build my strength back up. And this healing process was taking years for my process. And in that time, I fell into those thought patterns of, I'm so unattractive. I'm so fat. I'm like, my body can't do what it used to do. I can't even like get on top of my husband. Like, my body's so weak and so destroyed, and I wouldn't sleep with my young babies well. So then I'd really be depleted. And so I started to think, this isn't my best. I can do better than this. This isn't feeling good to think so badly about myself. And then I noticed my husband, he's not connecting to me. He's not getting excited. He's not wanting to pursue me. And then that spirals the feelings even deeper. Oh my gosh, it is because I'm so fat. He's not even interested. He's not pursuing me. But the truth is, he's really picking up on your subconscious thoughts. And if you're telling through your subconscious, I'm so unattractive and not sexy and I'm not feeling sexual, he's not going to be able to connect because he doesn't have that same level of imagination and heightened spiritual connection in the way a woman does. He is seeking into the divine within you, and you're the river he's flowing into to connect in that divinity. And so if your river is not flowing and you have turned those waters off, they're maybe just sitting there polluted or something with these negative thoughts, it's a cycle, it's a feedback loop that he's then responding to. And if you perpetuate the thoughts further, he's going to respond even more in the way you're not looking for, and this cycle just can't break. So the next shift, I'd like you to start to think, how can I make the shift? What do we do? How to feel safe and free in your body. How to feel safe and free in the body. How do you connect with your sacred womb energy? Your inherent, innate power. Your womb is literally the portal that develops life and births it into the universe. It is the most powerful physical expression our human life goes through of creation. Anything can be created from the womb. It's like the power source is there waiting for you. And so I implore you, get creative. That's where your creativity comes in. You've got to break out of this mental chatter of negativity, depression, and shame, and find yourself in another world. And there is so much imagery around us to draw from, to enter other worlds in this way, that it just goes on and on. How are you in resistance to this sexual expansion? When the stakes are really, really high, the resistance can get worse. So as I was mentioning before, the free love, the cheap, easy sex or intercourse that, our generation sort of grew up normalizing due to the availability of birth control and a lot of the messaging from the media and cultural references were sort of empowering women, that this was, you could be like men and you could be so free and control your sexual energy and all these things. But it was not, the stakes weren't that high necessarily when you're not in a deeper, long-term committed relationship. So if you are now in a marriage where you find yourself there's more and more energetic space between your husband, you don't feel like you can make those connections and flow in that trust and that freedom of that heightened sexual experience, What are you doing to shut it off? Where are your limiting beliefs coming in? The childhood wounding, maybe the teenager wounds inside of you, maybe wounding from those cheap, easier, youthful experiences that you had. How can you make a shift where you have a lifelong partner that you're going to have years, decades, hopefully, of connection with and physical experience with? How can you continue to keep it fresh, expansive, and make it grow and get better and better so you're looking forward to the next time? And like, you know, the next one's going to be as good or even better than all of the others. Not shutting it off. Okay, let me see. Body image wounding and body shaming that you're doing to yourself as a result of what was done to you is preventing the sexual exploration, pleasure, and heightened enjoying experiences that you could otherwise be having. So I would like to offer, to close out this video today, a meditation to help make this shift if you'd like to join me. You can turn the video off here if you're not interested in the meditation. And thank you so much for listening up until now. So if you'd like to do the meditation, I'm gonna get myself a little bit more comfortable with my spine up, and put your hand, to do the right hand over your heart. You can close your eyes if you'd like to, and drop into your heart space. Feel the opening of the heart center and drop a little bit deeper into your womb space, in the center of your body, in your womb. Thank you for supporting my life. You are beautiful. You are perfect, just as you are. I'm sorry for the times where I made you feel that you weren't good enough. Thank you for always carrying me through those times. And please know that you have always been good enough. It is safe to be yourself. And I love you. Thank you everyone for joining me. I will be back with another topic again soon. Have a wonderful day.